walking the path of emperors. The First Minister began the day at Beijing's Forbidden City, learning about China's past while hoping to make Scotland a bigger part of its future. Ms. Sturgeon is here to promote Scottish business in a bid to boost exports to China.
It will be good for our economy, for our businesses and for society generally if we can take the opportunity to sell more of our world-class goods and services into the Chinese market.
The first leg of a 5-day trip began with a meeting with Chinese Vice Premier Hu Chunhua. The government says the relationship is going from strength to strength. 2017 saw a 40% jump in exports from Scotland to China. And there's potential for more, says Tom Simpson, Senior Director at the China-Britain Business Council and an expat from Edinburgh.
China's economy has developed over the last sort of 15, 20 years. So has the range of and breadth of different opportunities that present themselves for Scottish companies. And so now we're seeing Scottish games companies exporting here, Scottish film producers coming out here, making co-productions here. We are seeing everything from oil and gas through to wind, offshore wind.
The number of Scots doing business in China has also grown. Gordon McMeekin is working to bring Scottish beer culture to China. He's just opened his own pub in Beijing with Chinese friends and hopes more trade will create a better understanding between the two cultures.
Not just in Scotland, I think a lot of people in a lot of other parts of the world don't really have a very accurate idea of what's going on in China.
Educational exchange was atop the First Minister's agenda, who oversaw the signing of new agreements between Scottish and Chinese universities. No government contracts will be signed during this visit, but Ms. Sturgeon is under pressure to ensure all future deals are in line with Scottish values after concerns over human rights abuses in Chinese companies.
Scotland and China are very different countries. We've got different circumstances, different outlooks in many respects. We don't always agree on some issues, but it is to our mutual benefit if we take advantage of the opportunities to collaborate more and to trade more with each other.
The First Minister spoke about children's rights at a UNICEF event and was treated to a performance by local students at a reception last night. Showcasing Scottish technology and produce, Chinese business leaders and representatives were introduced to exports such as Scottish salmon and whiskey. A positive first taste of the country for guests, who left with an appetite for more.
我觉得苏格兰挺好的，不管是从商业的角度，还是从生活、从旅游的角度，都非常好的一个。
资源比较丰富，然后人很热情。
The First Minister leaves the Chinese capital today, continuing on to Shanghai before ending her journey in Hong Kong. Katrina Yu, STV News, Beijing.